You are watching Melody Lane. With me you're gonna have a great crafting time.
Hi guys, it's Melody Lane, and I wanted to show you this card. I designed it in Design Space. I did not make up this card. I saw it and then I started searching for it online, and I thought, oh, I've never seen anybody make this with a Cricut. There are directions to make these by hand. Just look up Bendy Card. And there's lots of them on Pinterest. So I made this file to give to the people who support me on Patreon. They get the file and the papers, the digital papers of this chevron and this, and this, and this. This is actually all one piece, and the chevron is all one piece. So keep watching and you'll see how I put it all together. I placed these at different places on the mat so I could get different colors. This one's more green. This is going to be in the front. This one's more blue. This is going to be more where the sky is. And I cut this out. I'm using, these two papers are from my Samantha collection. So I have the chevron that is created from this paper. And what I wanted to show you is I deliberately moved things around on the last mat in Design Space so I could have different colors. Like this one, if you can see this cutout, is going to be more of the sky. And this is the very front, more grass. Let me take this off so you can see what I'm talking about. And I just cut it out in 8.5 by 11, but you also get images in 12 by 12. But I didn't need 12 by 12, so I just did the 8.5 by 11. Okay, it might be hard to see on this mat. But see, and this is the shadow of the Be Happy. And because this is going to be sitting on this paper, I didn't want it to be the same color. So I put it down here at the bottom, so it will be a different color, but also match it. And this is the very front. There's going to be some flowers and some grass here. Alright, I got a few more mats to cut out, and then we'll put it together. Okay, now I want to show you what I'm doing. Look at all these tiny little pieces. These are the flowers and things, and I put all the little pieces in this tray. This tray is a Cricut, it's an old Cricut cartridge box. Took it apart, and I put washi tape on it. So now it's a little tray that I use, and I put all of these in it. In my tray after I took them off the mat so I wouldn't lose them, and I'm putting it all through my xyron machine. So I'm going to show you how I'm doing that. I'm just leaving it one big long thing. Now these tiny pieces, these are so hard to get, so I'm using a quick stick and I'm just pushing it down on a flower and dropping it in there. And I don't know if you can see in there. Then you just pull it a little and it goes in there. Try to get them not on top of each other, otherwise there won't be adhesive on them. Stick it down to the adhesive. Pull it a little and make sure they're getting on there. Sometimes they get stuck and you have to push it because they're so tiny. The bigger ones you have no problem with. These things are awesome. I'll put a link down below to where you can find one. I'll look for the cheapest one. There's a few different kinds of them. Okay, I'm going to continue to do this. And then we will put the card together. I put everything through the Xyron X machine, this one, and now you have to rub and peel. And it says it right on it, rub and peel. And let me tell you why you rub it. You don't rub it to get the adhesive on the back of it, you rub it to get the adhesive off. Because when you peel this top piece off, the adhesive comes off with it, and you want to make sure you get in between like the letters and really push that hard, otherwise there might be some adhesive stuck on there that you'll have to rub off later. But if you rub it really good before you rip that off, you won't have that problem. So just rub around each piece. And then you just pull it off. And then you have this sticky mess. And you stick it under the table for now. It stays there. Everything has adhesive on it. Okay, I'm going to show you how to put the card together first. This is really easy. Okay, I got some glue dots on there, and we're going to line this up. We're going to line the holes up, because they should be right over each other. And if you're not sure you can do this very well, you might want to use glue. Not too wet of a glue, something that dries quick and doesn't warp your paper. But I'm just eyeing this, the holes, to make sure that hole is correct. And I can see through the hole, so that's good. This will be the one that goes through that. That looks like that'll be good. And this, I added score lines to this. If you want directions on how to make a bendy card without the Cricut Explorer, there are directions all over. Just search it. And there's lots of blogs, and there were a few videos, not many videos, but there were some. So I'm going to fold this one up and this one back, because this is going to be attached to the back, and then it's going to bend around and go there. Then the same with this one. Okay. I'm going to put this on here. There's no hole in the front one, so I'm just going to line this up the bottom. Okay, now this one is tricky again. Look through the hole. There we go. Okay, and I got the red, really strong tape. And I'm going to put it, I'm going to cut it in half. I don't have the really thin one. All I have is the wide one. So let me move all that out of my way. So, I actually do have it somewhere. I just don't know where that somewhere is. Okay, so this is going to go there. So we're going to put some red tape on this flap here. And we're going to put some on this one also. I think this one's a little long. There we go. So let's put this one on first. Line it up at the bottom. Before I put it on there, and make sure that will fit well. So let's fold that over. Let's put that in. See, we started. Okay, now let's do the same thing with this one. one in like that. And here. Isn't it pretty? Okay, now we gotta decorate it. I put the tree on. This green, when I looked at this green bush after it cut out, I'm like, what is that? I didn't know what it was for. It looked like some weird curly, hairy animal. So I'm like, oh, that's the tree. Okay, so I just put that on. I didn't put any adhesive on the tree, the leaves. I only put it on the tree, ran it through my xyron, and then stuck this to the back of that, and then stuck the tree on there. So I'm going to do the rest of this probably in fast motion. Did you guys know you can hit the little gear on YouTube and you can watch it in double speed or half speed if somebody's going too fast and you want it slower, or if somebody's going too slow and you want it faster. You can do that. And hit the icon in the upper right corner. It will show you some other videos that you might like also, and take you to my store where you can buy my digital papers. All of the people who support me on Patreon is going to get this file for free. They're actually going to get about 3 Bendy file cards, and I'll probably make more too. They get all those design space files. So it is a design space file I will share with the people who support me on Patreon. If you're interested in supporting me, you can click that eye in the upper right hand corner. Just mouse over it if you don't see it. They're also going to get these 2 papers. They're going to get the chevron one and this one. I'm going to give them the 2 that I used for this card, so they can remake this card if they want. So I'm going to put that there. And I'm not going to put anything on yet. I have the bees in 3 different sizes. I'm just going to get a little dot. And then he has little bitty cheeks. Gives him little bitty cheeks. And that middle one isn't, I'm missing a little cheek. If I find it, he'll get his cheeks back. If not, he won't. Let's put these on. There are little cut lines right there. I don't know if you can see them, but that shows you where to put these. Uh-oh. I think I put the wrong head on here. I did. That head goes on there, and this head goes on there. There we go. We got our bees without their wings. I have their wings over here. And I didn't put any adhesive on them because I wasn't sure what I was going to do. So I think I'm just going to put partial adhesive on them so I can curl up their wings. Oops, doing it upside down. Sorry if you can't see. There we go. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting a little of this glue. This is a glue pen, and I'm just dabbing right here. This is the smallest one, and let's do this. Put it on with that. Glue. And I cut these out of vellum. Okay, we got our bees done. I'm going to go ahead and do the sun. And I'm just pulling that off. Put it on top of that. The circle, actually, how many circles do I have? This circle. The other circle I didn't even need to stick in here. We'll go in here. Kind of pushing it into place. Here's the cloud. This cloud goes on the sun. So there's our sun. Okay, let's do our rainbow. The yellow goes at the bottom. And then the purple one goes right on top of the yellow at the bottom. Then the cloud goes like that. Okay, I got all the flowers, all the pink ones on here. Oh, there's a few more purple over here. And I'm going to put the purple ones on. So I just picked them all off. And I have one yellow one. This is for the bee. And then I have a pink one. This is supposed to be on the cloud. I'm supposed to have 2 pink and 2 more yellow. I lost them. So I'm just not going to use those. I could always use a marker or watercolor pencils or colored pencils or chalk or some ink. Okay, now let's place these things on. I'm going to get some foam tape. I think I'm going to stick this out. Okay, I'm going to use my foam squares. I thought I had some. Yeah, I do. I have some opened already. Okay, and I'm going to put the smallest bee. Oops. Has adhesive on the bottom, but it doesn't stick to this mat, so. Let me see where I'm going to put this. And that bee's going to go there. But I first have to see where the rainbow's going to go. Because the rainbow is going to kind of hide behind this a little bit. But I have to see where the sun is going first. So I do want to see the sun. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think I'm going to put the sun there. But I'm not going to put it down yet. I think I'm going to put the rainbow down first. Okay. And then, let's see. That can go up there. Okay, take the little flaps off. There. He's going to just kind of peek out from behind the bee happy. This bee is going to be on here. So that's going to go in there. That's going to go in there. Okay. We need to lay grass and some flowers on here too. I want to put one set of flowers inside. you can put a sentiment in this inside here. I could have printed the chevron on both sides of the paper and have it on the inside also. And you can also put the layer on the inside, and you could write a sentiment on the inside. You could add more flowers there. I'm not sure what I want to do. I know you guys are telling me in the video, but I can't hear you. Oh, that looks kind of cool. Okay, this is going to go here. And you could stamp something right here also. I think I'm going to put this here. A foam on the back of him. And then this one is going to go on the inside. I want to see him. Yeah, maybe right there. Okay, now let's put the grass in, and we still have some more flowers. Let's make the grass right in the tree. Doesn't get in the right spot, you just use your spatula to pull it back up. My plan was to print this on both sides of the paper. I forgot. Let's just add more flowers, because they are so beautiful. I like having two shades of grass. Have you noticed? It's not something you have to do. I just like it. I'm going to cut the corner off this. Oh, that's crooked. And like I said, I was going to make this double-sided paper so you'd see the chevron here and here. And let's get this closed up. Close this one first. So easy. And then stick that one in. And there you go. Isn't that cute? Now, if you want to mail this to somebody, you can mail it flat, like this. Or you can make a bigger envelope box. But you have to be careful it doesn't get smashed. And then just do it like this. I don't think I would mail it open like this. Actually, I'm going to move this bee. There we go. Do you like it? If you want this file, you can support me on Patreon for as little as $1 a month, and you'll get access to all my files. And I'm also going to give these 2 digital papers with the file. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate everyone for watching, and like I said, if you do not have a Cricut or you want to make these by hand, just search Bendy Card. There's lots of directions and lots of ideas on Pinterest to how to make your own. And I really appreciate all of you, and here's a shout out to a few of the people who support me on Patreon. Thanks guys. Bye!
Ariana Temple, Richard Rodkowski, Chris Hausnett, Fran Camaro, Tracy Common, Shelley Dickinson, Sharon Loans, Donna Bunch, Linda Landis, Jean George, Jackie English, Adriana Daniels, Elizabeth Kitchen, Catherine Mennicotts, Belinda Pollitt, and Lou Ann Richards. Thanks, guys.